our loop above our knees, and then let's lie on our stomachs. And that was a lot of core work. So if it feels good to have a little moment in Sphinx pose and maybe pull with the elbows to traction the belly out long, do that for a sec. And then, you might kind of pull with the elbows on your way to laying yourself down fully. Yeah, nice and long through the belly, resting down. Okay, so we have this band that's wanting to pull our legs toward each other. So just press out into the band enough that you feel like you're at least in your parallel, if not even just a little bit wider. And if you decide you don't like the band for this, of course, get rid of it. But we're just going to do a series of pelvic tilts. So we're going to feel the pelvic floor and the low belly do their zipping. So we can anchor the pubic bone into the mat and feel the tailbone stretch out really long. And we're doing all of that while we just keep enough pressure into the band to stay at our parallel hip width. So take your whole inhale to let the pelvis relax to whatever's natural, but don't let go of the leg press. Just hold those legs at hip width. Exhale, ground the pubic bone, push the tailbone as long as possible. Inhale, relax, let the belly soften into the mat. Yeah, stable thigh bones. Let's do that a few more times. All right, next time you have the pubic bone anchored, we're keeping that super important that it doesn't even get an ounce lighter. So feel that pressuring into the ground. Keep your thigh bones at their hip width. And let's slowly start to bend the knees. You might flex the ankles so you really feel the heels traveling through space into the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen the legs back out. Exhale, fold the legs in half. Yeah, exactly. Nice pace. So yeah, your slowest, deepest breath, taking up all the time with the movement. We're keeping the navel out of the mat. We're super grounded through the pubic bone. Yeah, keeping the thigh bones pressed hip width. Bending and extending. Good. All right, and then next time the knees are bent, let's keep that. See if you can press your pubic bone any deeper into the mat. Let your heels go ahead and tap together. You might feel like that helps you press into the band even more. We're going to exhale and try to press those connected heels to the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. But of course, all of this is with that navel trying its best to stay out of the mat. Pubic bone is deep into the mat as we press the heels up. 4. Little tap down. 3. Little tap down. Good, good. 2. And last one, press and hold, squeeze those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the legs out long. All right, try to keep those thigh bones at hip width. So we're still working into the band. I know those muscles are probably feeling feelings by now. We got to keep that space so we can keep the pubic bone anchored. And then let's just do one nice chest stretch. So let's go ahead and clasp the hands together behind your low back. Push the tailbone long on our way to straightening the elbows. Triceps are strong. Yeah, so the toes and the tail and the knuckles are reaching back. Can you reach your sternum forward, forward, forward from the inside out? Breathing, use your inhale to help puff it forward. Use your exhale to push the tailbone back the other way. Inhale, sternum forward. Exhale, tailbone backward. One more round of breath. Forward and backward. And melt down out of there. Amazing. We probably need to flip over to free up our legs. And then go ahead and take a child's pose or a cat stretch or whatever feels good after that. And if you're doing child's pose, it might feel good to have really wide knees, super folded hips. Yeah, give the glutes a good release. Awesome. Okay, as we float up from there, grab your TheraBand on your way to lying back on your back for one more moment. And let's go ahead and do our spiral stretch. So we got the band around the arch, wrapping both ends outside to inside. So we're tapping the outer thigh down and inner thigh heel coming up and across. So let's draw that big diagonal across the body. Other leg can do whatever is useful. Beautiful. And then next time you come up and across, let's go ahead and take our big fan kick open and around. And let's do 3 more of those. Feel the ball moving in the socket all the way around. Freedom. Beautiful. Okay, good, good. Whenever you finish that last one, let's go right to the other leg. Getting your wrap, and then again, starting just with the diagonal, but really focus on the rotation of the thigh bone, right? So we're trying to touch the outer thigh down to the mat, feel your inseam and the heel, really leading the way across. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and when you're ready, we'll come up and across and we'll draw that huge circle all the way around. So good. One more time. Good, good. Okay. And you can set the band aside or use it. We'll just do one quick quad stretch to each side. So tuck that bottom knee in tight. Bring that top one back and get a couple of really full breaths while we just keep opening up that hip crease, knee coming back. Great. Okay, and let's tumble right over to the other one. Breathing and pressing, breathing and pressing. And when you're ready to release that, let's roll and come all the way up to sitting. And just a little echo of what we started with. So find your comfortable sitting position. And let's go. One hand on the rib, one hand, yeah, out to the side. Yeah, and then as we get that rib over there, let this fingertip just land down. First, let's just try to touch the ceiling while we continue to push this rib out to the side. And then go ahead and melt into your easy side curve. Let's get a breath there. And then take this whole upper side of the body and rotate it around so we can bring that hand to the floor and just hang the head down toward that knee. Inhale up tall, maybe get a little chest lift while we're still on that diagonal. And then release and center. Good. Find your other rib and try to push over into your hand a bit. Yep. To the floor, to the ceiling. And again, first just breathe into that side a little bit. So we're closing this lung down, opening that one up. And then into your curve. Nice. And everything from your waist, really, can you feel that whole side of the body come around and then just release into the curve, heavy head. And let's stay in the spiral, but roll up tall. little bit of chest lift, eyes up. And then neutral, unwind, and then let's just crawl our hands all the way out, whatever feels good to just hang forward. Let the weight of your head really carry you into your stretch. Next inhale, we're rolling up out of there. Shoulders going up and back and down. One head neck circle each direction. Da, da, da. Just one moment of heavy chin to chest and then roll up the middle and you are invincible.